Every time I try to write poems to my mother, they turn into anthologies of apologies. I'm not quite sure why I still don't have the right language to speak to her. During our last phone call, she recounted stories my uncle told her. Her eldest nephew just got married in Morocco. He has a laugh that rings wholesome and a smile similar to her own father's. They say his wife is religious and beautiful. She couldn't be there to see for herself. Plane tickets home can't be paid with American dreams. Lately, I try to respond to her in Arabi. When I was younger, I veiled this part Arab identity for fear of being associated with suicide bombers overseas too often. My mother's hijab became conversation starter on why do Muslims hate America? You see, self-preservation is an aspiration that's shattered when you realize the same peers who sit next to you in math class wish for more bombs dropped on lands mothered by women who look just like your mama. They are the reason the towers collapsed, you know. They hate our freedom, you know. You hate our freedom. My mother once told me that American English weighs heavy, drowning anything that attempts to challenge it. But the syllables of this Arabi still split my tongue like battlefield. Allahumma hulla uqdatan min lisani. My mother, who never had any intention of finding home in this land, told me how swiftly love turns the tides of life. She crossed the Atlantic for soulmate, leaving anything she could call home behind. She says when she looks at me, she has no regrets. She never expected her love story to end in tragedy until my American father was killed overseas. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Making heroes out of humans is a double-edged sword. On one hand, you preserve their legacy. On the other, you've dug them an early grave. It's not fair to make an angel out of a human being. But when that angel is your mother, and her arms have been nothing more than sanctuary, how could you ever offer her anything but apologies? Mama, I love you, but I don't know how to tell you I can't follow the footsteps of your nephew. I will never be able to give what they said I would. A wedding with pious guests, a good husband, someone devout. It's too late to wish for that dream. Emcees samhini. Mama, I'm sorry if I'm not the daughter you had hoped for, but I'm scared of turning into singing canary, clipped wings for another satisfaction. Mama, we both know what it means to live in cages, and I refuse to be locked away with no hope of a key. Mama, I'm sorry, but are you really that surprised?